Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted destination for real-time analysis and updates on Iraq's financial transformation. Picture this: going to bed tonight and waking up tomorrow with life-changing wealth. As unlikely as that sounds, thousands of Iraqi dinar holders believe that moment is here. And based on what's unfolding today, that dream might not be far-fetched. News emerging from Iraq right now in current date in USA suggests something unprecedented is in motion, something that could alter the financial future of countless investors holding IQD with long-standing patience. Credible insider information and financial briefings confirm that Iraq's long-awaited currency revaluation, commonly referred to as the RV, has received the green light. Even more electrifying, it's expected to go live tonight. That's right, tonight could mark the beginning of one of the biggest revaluation events in modern currency history. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, this means the investment they've clung to for years might finally deliver returns most people only dream about. Let's simplify what's happening. Iraq, despite being a global leader in oil production, has operated for decades with a currency that doesn't reflect its national wealth. The dinar has remained severely undervalued, partly due to years of war, sanctions, and financial instability. Investors and economists have long believed that once Iraq gained greater economic traction and political balance, the value of its currency would naturally correct. That theory is quickly shifting from possibility to reality. With official approval now granted, Iraq is signaling that it's stepping in line with international monetary standards, ready to reintroduce the dinar to the global market with renewed strength. But what exactly does RV approved mean? It means Iraq's central financial authorities have made a formal decision to increase the value of the Iraqi dinar, raising it closer to its true market potential. This is no longer a speculative topic tossed around online. It's an official move backed by institutional action. Reports indicate that revaluation steps are already being implemented, with currency value adjustments beginning to reflect in internal banking systems. For decades, the dinar has been worth mere fractions of a US dollar. But with this revaluation, the new exchange rate could place the dinar at $1.50, $3.00, or even $4.50 per unit, according to some financial insiders. Even if it hits just the lower estimate, the payoff for investors could be tremendous. Imagine holding 1 million dinar, purchased for a few $1,000s, and the rate jumps to $3.00. That's $3 million, 0 cents in value. It's no longer just internet chatter, it's turning into hard financial news. This is why the phrase "wake up a millionaire" is no longer a fantasy for many. But how did we arrive at this point? Iraq has spent recent years repairing its political structure, expanding its economic capabilities, and aligning with global financial institutions like the IMF. One of the key milestones in this effort was achieving compliance with Article 8 of the IMF's rules, removing restrictions on currency flow and enabling free exchange of the dinar. That milestone has now been officially met. As a result, international observers and institutions have given Iraq the go-ahead. With that approval in place, financial platforms, international banks, and institutional investors are bracing for what could be a watershed moment. We're no longer asking if, but how soon. The infrastructure has been updated, forex markets are getting real-time updates, certain regional banks are already registering preliminary rate changes. Quiet technical upgrades in financial systems across the globe suggest something monumental is underway, and it's happening fast. If you currently hold Iraqi dinar, now is the time to remain steady. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Contact your exchange platform or financial institution to understand their procedures once the rate goes public. It might take a couple of days for full processing and liquidity, especially as banks update systems and respond to the sudden shift. Avoid rash decisions. Strategic thinking will reward you more than panic. This revaluation is not just an investor windfall, it's also a national economic correction. Iraq's financial revival means more than just numbers on a screen. It represents jobs, growth, stability, and renewed global engagement. The dinar's adjustment reflects a wider effort to rebuild the country's standing, and that includes international partnerships and trade relationships now possible through a stronger, more competitive currency. Let's pause here. The next part will continue exploring what this means for Iraqi citizens, global market ripple effects, and how countries like the United States are preparing to support this shift. The next few paragraphs will dive into the ripple effects and explain why tonight might be a turning point not only for Iraq, but for the global financial system as well. So what happens next for the Iraqi people and the country's future? For millions of Iraqi citizens, this revaluation isn't just about numbers, it's about dignity and empowerment. A stronger dinar means more purchasing power, especially when it comes to imported goods and daily necessities. Prices could stabilize, inflation may decline, and most importantly, the average Iraqi family could see their standard of living improve in real terms. Local businesses are likely to benefit from increased liquidity, while foreign companies might find Iraq a more attractive investment destination. Confidence in Iraq's banking sector and leadership could soar, and this shift could rekindle a sense of national pride. After years of struggle and instability, the Iraqi people deserve a financial win, and if properly managed, this RV could serve as a launchpad for a brighter economic future. The key will be careful execution. Government policy must remain focused on transparency and continued reform. Fortunately, international organizations are already providing technical support, from fiscal planning to central banking modernization. Digital infrastructure is also playing a critical role. Over the past year, Iraq has quietly overhauled much of its financial tech. The central bank's digital platform is set to reflect the updated rates, and mobile banking tools have been enhanced to help citizens access their funds with speed and security. International financial applications and digital wallets are poised to go live with support for the new dinar value, ensuring both local users and foreign investors can participate in this next chapter. But as with any financial reset, risks do exist. In the hours and days after revaluation, some confusion is expected, especially at the bank level. Not every branch or institution will be ready at the same moment. Scammers may also try to exploit the situation. That's why we urge all dinar holders to stay alert, remain cautious, and only interact with reputable institutions. Avoid anyone promising exclusive exchange offers or special rates. These are classic red flags during volatile periods. Market fluctuations are also possible. Even with a confirmed rate, currency markets take time to adjust. Initial swings in the dinar's value should not cause panic. What matters is the long-term trend, and all indicators point upward. The groundwork has been laid and the decision is official. The revaluation is no longer theoretical. It's in motion. Many of our viewers have been asking, how is the United States reacting? Based on reports, some U.S. financial institutions have already updated their internal systems to accommodate the new rate. In fact, analysts suggest that multiple American banks and forex platforms have quietly tested the updated IQD valuations in sandbox environments in preparation for going live. This is a powerful sign of international cooperation. When a nation like the U.S. is aligned, it adds tremendous credibility to Iraq's economic steps. And it's not just the United States. Institutions across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East have been preparing for this moment. Countries such as the UK, China, and Gulf nations are closely monitoring Iraq's transition and are expected to respond positively. Their participation not only boosts the dinar's legitimacy, it also integrates Iraq more deeply into global markets. This is not a regional event. It's a global financial development. So what comes next? If the Iraqi government maintains discipline, this could open the door to a new era of prosperity. Iraq has the potential to become a major economic force in the Middle East once again. With oil revenues, a youthful population, strategic geography, and now a stronger currency, the country holds enormous untapped potential. Global corporations may soon compete for access to Iraq's expanding markets, and its voice in international decision-making could grow. Foreign direct investment will likely rise, real estate markets could stabilize, trade agreements might be renegotiated on more favorable terms, and the average Iraqi citizen could experience something they've long been denied: economic stability backed by a trustworthy currency. It's not just about what the dinar is worth in dollars, it's about what it means to the people who use it every day. Tonight might go down in history as the moment Iraq re-entered the global economic conversation with confidence. If you're an investor, trader, or simply someone tracking world events, this is a pivotal moment. You're witnessing a rare financial shift, one that has the potential to change lives both inside and outside of Iraq. To everyone watching, stay vigilant, monitor updates, stay informed with credible news, and above all, handle your dinar responsibly. If you've held on for years, tonight may very well be your reward. But smart decisions made in the next 48 hours will determine just how successful that reward becomes. Avoid hasty choices, trust facts, not hype, and protect your investment with wisdom. Thank you once again for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar News, where we keep you ahead of the curve on the most important financial developments in Iraq and beyond. If this revaluation has impacted you, let us know in the comments. Do you think the dinar will hold strong? Are you prepared for what comes next? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed. More updates are coming soon, and if tonight is any indication, they're going to be big. Stay smart, stay focused, and yes, maybe, just maybe, wake up a millionaire.